When you take an already loaded championship core and add Satou Sabally, yeah, the New York Liberty said that first round exit in 2025, oh absolutely not, and never again. This offseason, New York didn't just reload, they may have built the most physical, overwhelming roster the WNBA has ever seen. Breanna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, and now Satou Sabally. Baby, this isn't a lineup, honey. They sending out warning shots to the rest of the league. But here's the real question. Did the Liberty build a championship machine or a super team with too many moving parts? Well, welcome back to Perimeter Sessions, where basketball gets the breakdowns it deserves. So if you love WNBA, NBA, college real basketball conversations, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and never miss an episode, and turn on and post notifications. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest storylines heading into the WNBA 2026 season. The New York Liberty are officially in title or bust territory. Yes, they are. So let's be clear. After winning the title in 2024, expectations were extremely high, sky high even, and then a first round playoff exit. Not conference finals, not semifinals, nope. Not even a loss in the finals. No. The first round. Now that kind of ending will change how organizations move. So New York responded exactly like a franchise with championship expectations should. Oh baby, they got aggressive. And the biggest move, Satou Sabally arrives in Brooklyn. She's joined them on a multi-year deal after a monster 2025 season. And this is massive, y'all, because she's going to bring elite shot creation, transition scoring, rebounding, secondary playmaking, matchup versatility. I mean, Sabally is one of the rare forwards who can attack downhill, initiate offense, and punish mismatches. And now she joins an already stacked roster. That could be terrifying. But New York wasn't done. They've had several key additions. They brought back Lorraine Johannes, who returns. And I know Liberty fans, y'all got to be excited about that, because she brings basketball chaos in the best way possible. Deep threes, wild passing angles, one-leg floaters, just pure offensive creativity. She instantly raises the entertainment factor and gives the bench real juice. Okay, another addition to the offseason for the Liberty was also that of Raquel Carrera, who's a physical front court player who will bring depth with international experience. Now, this front office clearly identified one thing: depth and versatility needed upgrading, and they attracted both. But adding talent is easy, I think. Making all this talent fit, that's the real challenge. Now, let's take a look at the projected starting lineup. Here's the projected lineup that you could very well see. First off, point guard, obviously Sabrina Ionescu, primary creator, and movement shooter. And at the shooting guard position, you can go one or two ways. You can go with Fiebich, Laney-Hamilton, who will serve as the defensive stoppers and floor spacers for the team. Of course, you might be able to play. You might move Breanna Stewart over to the small forward spot, where she can play. When she's also a hybrid superstar and an offensive engine. And then, of course, Satou Sabally, who's the connector, secondary scorer, the matchup nightmare. And then, of course, Jonquel Jones at center, who provides, who's your interior anchor and post-dominant player. Now, this lineup could be absurd. I mean, just look at the size. You got Stewart at 6'4", Sabally at 6'4", and Jonquel Jones at 6'6". That front court is enormous. Now, honestly, it looks unfair on paper. Now, why this front court is so dangerous, you ask? Well, first off, they're going to create quite a few mismatches on the court. I mean, who guards this? Seriously. Too big for small teams, too skilled for traditional big lineups. Sabally gives New York another creator who will be able to attack slower defenders, punish switches, rebound, and push in transition. I mean, this is a lineup versatility on steroids. Secondly, high-low potential. Sabally is an underrated passer. Now, New York can run high-low actions with her and Jonquel, elbow facilitation, inside-out kickouts to Sabrina, I mean, this reduces ball pressure on the guards and adds offensive layers. And of course, you have that connection between Sabrina and Satou. You got these two players from Oregon getting reunited, and it feels so good. Now, this is one of the main things about this edition of with Sabally is that she reunites with Sabrina from their Oregon days, and if you watch that Oregon team, you already know their chemistry was real. Pick and rolls, pick and pops, slip actions. They already have built-in familiarity, which could fast-track integration. Now, this is a huge advantage, but every super team has a weakness. In New York, it's pretty obvious what that is. The big question mark, defensive speed. Can the Liberty guard smaller, faster teams? And this is where things get interesting, because the Liberty, they're big, they're massive, but they are not the fastest team. And size can become a liability against elite perimeter speed. The concern? Who's checking explosive wings? Because somebody has to deal with it. I mean, you got wings like Jackie Young, Kalia Copper, just to name a few. Those are not easy covers. I mean, the defensive solution, well, this is where Fiebich and Laney-Hamilton become absolutely critical. They are the glue. Their job? Take the toughest perimeter assignment every night. And what that allows is for players like Stewart and Sabally to function as roaming disruptors instead of chasing guards through screens. That's the ideal setup, because if Stewart and Sabally are constantly dragged into perimeter isolation, that could spell trouble. Now, the potential friction could be, let's honestly talk about it. This roster is loaded, but not flawless. Ball dominance. Sabally is high usage. She's a player used to the touches. Stewart is an MVP level offensive centerpiece. Sabrina needs rhythm, and Jonquel needs interior touches. That's a lot of basketball mouths to feed, and Chris DeMarco's system has to solve this quickly. If the offense turns into my turn, your turn, her turn, it could get ugly very fast. Now, this next one definitely is going to be the biggest factor. Health is wealth. It is, because Satou has history of injuries. Stewart has dealt with her fair share of wear and tear. Laney-Hamilton herself is coming back from a season in which she missed the entire season due to injury. And Jonquel health matters as well. This roster is elite when healthy, but health could define their entire season. And honestly, the second unit may determine whether this team wins it all to begin with. So, the X factor for the New York Liberty will be that indeed their bench. This second unit is fascinating because stylistically it's almost the opposite of their starters. The starters win with power, versatility, and physicality, whereas their bench brings pure finesse and spacing. First you have Han, reportedly looks stronger and even more physically prepared. I mean, at 6'11", she provides something very unique. She's not your traditional backup center. She stretches the floor, basically a stretch five. That means more spacing, more driving lanes, more offensive variation. And if Jonquel dominates inside, Han changes the geometry of that. That contrast matters. Also off the bench, you have a player like Johannès, who's a certified chaos creator. She's the offensive spark plug for the New York Liberty, and New York desperately needed that. She solves bench stagnation. Her role: second unit ball handler, shot creator, spacing threat, and creative passer. And her chemistry with Han could be a problem. So that Marine plus Han pick and pop action, that sounds miserable to defend. Now, another strategy that Coach DeMarco could also employ would be that of staggering. Expect him to stagger the stars, so you have a potential shooting lineup that could consist of Johannès, Fiebich, Stewart, Satou Sabally, and maybe even Han. That lineup is spacing heaven. Stewart gets cleanup touches, Han pulls centers out on the perimeter, Marine blends defenses. I mean, this could be a very nasty lineup. So now the real question: can this team actually win it all? The Liberty win the WNBA title if chemistry holds. Number one, talent isn't enough. We've learned that already. This team wins if everybody buys in. That means Sabrina accepts variable scoring nights, Sabally embraces shared usage, Stewart balances leadership and scoring, chemistry has to survive adversity. And I'm not talking about just preseason vibes, but real adversity. Another way they could win, or they win the title, if they solve the speed problem. If New York can survive against smaller, faster teams, that unlocks everything for them, because inside they should dominate most teams. But if elite guards torch them constantly, that changes the equation. And of course, the big four stay healthy. This one is simple. No health, no championships. Satou especially is a swings factor. Her availability changes New York's ceiling dramatically. Also, another key element to determining whether the New York Liberty can win it all this year will be their bench shooting and whether it travels. Because playoffs exposes everything. The bench must produce. From Johannès to Han to Fiebich, these players need to hit shots when defenses collapse on their stars. Because if bench offense disappears, the starters will burn out again. Okay? Now, are the Liberty favored? On paper, yes, absolutely. They could very well be one of the favorite teams. But this is probably the most talented roster in the WNBA. Maybe the most versatile, maybe the longest, maybe the most dangerous. But we all know basketball isn't played on paper. This season will come down to three things: chemistry, health, defensive adaptability. And if those boxes are checked, the Liberty absolutely can reclaim the throne. And honestly, they may be the best team to beat, or they may be the team to beat, who knows. But if injuries hit, chemistry stalls, or perimeter defense becomes a recurring issue, this roster could once again underachieve relative to expectations. That's what makes New York fascinating. The ceiling, championship. The pressure, massive. And there are no excuses this time. Well, that's episode 2 of Crown the League Offseason Files. Do you believe the New York Liberty are winning the 2026 championship? Or is this super team getting a little too complicated? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I should say. Who in the WNBA is actually built to challenge New York this season? If you've enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on as not to miss any off-season previews. More episodes are definitely on the way. And until next time, keep the conversation going. And remember, defense wins championships, but perimeter defense changes everything. Later.